All right, live. We're live. We're live. You should be able to hear me on this mic. Hopefully this mic is working. Make sure my audio is on. If y'all can hear me, let me know. Okay, let me put that for you guys. Appreciate y'all being here. Thank you. Hey, audio is good. Thank you, Wild Child 402. Robert, appreciate you. Thank you. Got 22 people. Lisa, hi. Angelo, sub. Brandon, team, sub. Angel, good to see you. Nazario, Mr. Nazario. Hey, Winslow Smith, Calvin McHoward. How are you? Shout out to you. Shout out to Mrs. Love Jones. Hey, man. Mr. Smith, Freeman Marcus, Kenneth Starr. Shout out to all of y'all. Good to see you. Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. It is Saturday. It's a holiday weekend. It's Father's Day weekend. I hope you're enjoying your holiday weekend. Kent, see you. Thank you so much for showing up on Father's Day weekend. I appreciate you. If you're enjoying, or if you're going to be going out with your dad or your father, whomever is your father figure on the weekend, I am very excited for you guys. And, let me know how it's going. Let me know if y'all doing some stuff, y'all plans. Hi. Hey, Brandon. Just got approved for my first unsecured card. Tim White, Mr. White, congratulations. Congratulations. That's fantastic. People are putting in the work. I put in the title here. It was a 44-point boost for an individual very quickly. Okay. Within one round, it says, hey, Brandon, I checked my score with Equifax and went up 44 points. Yay. I'm still getting through the program and working it. But 44 points, fantastic. Very quickly, people are seeing results. All right. Wild Child 402 Robert says, when your family disagrees with you, won't even watch your videos, Brandon. I sent out my first round this week. Well, congratulations. Some people aren't going to believe, right? They're not going to believe until you do it. And then Robert, I guess I'll call you Robert. I believe your name is Robert, right? Wild Child 402. They're not going to believe you until you do it. People didn't believe me until I did it, until I helped them do it, So people will be skeptical. It's, human nature, and it's safety. People trying to be safe, Got approved for my first city card. Marlon Alexander, congratulations. Congratulations. That's big. Okay. Cities, now you're in the city family. And that's a big thing, is when you have a relationship with a bank, again, that's healthy, you can get more lines of credit increases, there's all sorts of stuff that I've been able to leverage. Brandon, what's up? Glad to see you. Glad to see you too. Shane says, Jerome, you know what? On these live streams, Jerome be chilling, because I got my computer. Get in here, Jerome. Give me tight, Jerome. All right. Tony Hammond. I signed up for Awesome Life Group Credit Services. Can't wait to see you on the other side. I'm excited for you. We have a whole team for you. All right. You are lagging. I'm lagging. Laggy. Could be my computer. Could be my Wi-Fi. Hopefully things will get better. Harold, thank you. Says, keep up the good work. Love the YouTube teachings. I appreciate you too. And I'm glad that I can be of service to you. Hey, all right. This is a great question. Daryl Scott, thanks for asking me a question. Is it okay to send a validation letter with second round? Okay, so sent out the dispute letters, 609 dispute letters, directly to Alan Johnson. You're only 4 minutes late. I know you didn't miss too much, brother. Okay. You sent out your 609 dispute letters. Okay. You're asking for verification with the credit bureaus. Is it okay to send a collection validation letter when you send out your second round, your method of verification letters? Yes, it absolutely is okay. And the timing of that is also excellent. Okay. It's also fine. It's excellent. The reason is because, hey, you gave the credit bureau their due diligence. You say, hey, can you verify these? Okay. And then they came back verified. And then you say, hold up. I know these can't be verified. I know y'all playing games. Y'all doing this e-Oscar automated reporting nonsense. and I'm going to go directly to the collector or directly to the creditor. And so when you do that and you ask them their method of verification, they come back and they don't want to say, or they don't tell you, or they just say it's verified. You get information back from the collector or the creditor. And then you know they don't have nothing because they're sending you bills and statements and nonsense. Okay. So I think it's perfect. It's a great asset that you have. And I'm glad that you have the know-how, right? From watching these videos, know-how that you're like, hey, you know what? I'm going to send it on my second round. I'm not scared. I know that I can do this now. It's not going to affect nothing bad. It's going to help me good, right? So, wow, look at that. Kiss, appreciate that. Warmest greetings. Warmest greetings. Thank you very much. And that's cute. All right. Let's see what we got. Sorry, there's a touch screen. I'll be looking at it. This technology is great now. Oh, this is great. Okay. This is a great question. And thank you so much for the thumbs up and the likes, the comments. I appreciate it. So this is a great question. What do you do if they Equifax, right? They Equifax remove some account that they really didn't need to? Not a problem, brother. Not a problem. Or sister. I don't know. I can't see. Z Corp USA. ZA Corp USA. ZAS Corp. So this might happen. They might want to play a game. It's very rare. It's very rare. Okay. Let's say they messed up. This actually happened to my buddy. Okay. Disputing a Capital One account and they turned off the AU account. It was weird. Strange. Just called up the bank, had him put it back on. It was all good, well and dandy. Not a problem. Give them a ring. The people that are reporting it positively will make sure that it goes back on positively. You have great service. Thanks. Thank you, Lisa. I appreciate you. Oh, great. So Cali Love, this is fantastic. You're out in California, San Diego area. Okay. So credit card company is not on your report. No judgment on your report, but in the courthouse, they have this suit for you, right? So again, this is not legal advice. We mostly do credit repair, but what you can do, see, I got this vacate judgment letter for you already because I knew somebody was going to need to vacate the judgment. So chances are they didn't serve you properly and they probably didn't have proper validation, right? So there are reasons under collection agency failed to respond to request for validation under Fair Debt Collection Practices Act, or creditor did not provide verification prior to filing lawsuit, right? So you can vacate the judgment. So in the Superior Court of California or County of San Diego, I'm not sure what county you might be in, the plaintiff versus the defendant, motion and declaration of vacation of a judgment, right? Motion and declaration to vacate judgment. It goes on, you seek relief and you have your reasons here. I'm a defendant. So we got it for you, okay? You vacate the judgment in the courthouse. Then right then and there, once they set up this motion, okay, for you to vacate the judgment, you will then plead your case as to why this judgment shouldn't stand, and you file a motion to dismiss the original case. Okay, so it's two-pronged, two-step process. And once you get over that, you'll be like, well, they never provided any verification. They don't have any signed contract. They didn't have anything of this. I wasn't properly served. That's why I couldn't even show up in court. This is why you need to remove this. Chances are you'll get it dismissed, and you won't have to deal with that balance. But I'm glad it's not on your credit report. That's fantastic. Okay. So okay, Marlon. So this is interesting because Marlon, I think you were just telling me you got approved for your city card. Okay, Marlon, you got approved for your city card, which is great, but you're looking to get your credit moved up more, right? So you've removed your negative items. You want to boost your score more. Fantastic. Make sure you get the good credit mix, right? We've talked about the mix, the installment loan, the open end. Okay, so eventually you're going to need to get that Amex charge card, and you're going to want to get an installment loan. You can do it through a CD at your credit union that you paid, secure loan, or you can do self-lender, which is fantastic. What's the time frame? It just depends, brother. Everybody's different. Depends on what you've got on there already for on-time, good, positive, on-time payment history. That's 35%, right? That's 35%. So you also could get AU trade line, right? So you have AU trade line, boost back date, all right? That could help you significantly if you're looking for something specific right now. So you're just like, oh, I'm going to get this boost. I'm going to get my Amex charge card, or I'm going to get my loan, all right? Hey, Brandon, what state are you located in. Our company is in Pittsburgh. Whoa, we got a lot of stuff. I missed it. Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Brandon, have a question. Okay, if I file bankruptcy in the next few months, can I use what's rest of my credit line that's left? This is a good question. Again, not legal advice, but hey, Brandon, have a question. If I file for BK in the next few months, can I use what's rest on my credit line, what's left? Okay, this is why bankruptcy, I'm very cautious about this BK stuff. Okay, if you need it, hey, that's you and your attorney. You got to figure out your legal and financial situations. You can always dispute negative items, fight them, get them off your report. No, you can't charge up a bunch of stuff prior to or after you file BK. Okay, so if you're asking all types of tea, if you're asking, hey, you know, I want to charge up some stuff, get some whatever real quick, some dental work or whatever, you know, but you know you're about to file, they could come back and say, no, you can't be doing that quick. Okay. Also, if you file, you can't be using up the rest of your credit line. Okay. So you can't intentionally know. You're trying to, they call it in good faith. You're doing loans and debt and stuff in good faith. Now, I'm not telling you this is not legal advice. This is not financial advice. You do what you got to do, right? You talk to your lawyers. You find out what they say. Okay. But from my understanding and what I've seen is they like to see that you haven't charged up a bunch of stuff and then went and ran, you know, I'm out. And the other thing is if you do file BK and you are getting it completely discharged, within 6 months, they have like a 6-month time frame. So if you like win the lottery or something like that, or have this huge big windfall or inheritance, the creditors still have the opportunity to come get you, right? So before and after, there's some stuff. But when the BK is all said and done, we can help you dispute that, or you can dispute it at 609creditrepair.com. We've got letters because they aren't, and this is why the bankruptcy is such an interesting situation, because no one provides full Social Security numbers. Okay, nobody, no one. Pacer doesn't. Okay, the courthouse don't. Nobody does, and they'll say, "Oh, well, we verified with LexisNexis." If you watch some of my other videos, I actually have a video where an individual, I probably have done this a couple of times, letting you know that actual individuals who have used our process have sent it in. I have two actually right now. One, I actually show you on the report that bankruptcy gets, they say LexisNexis. Oh, we use LexisNexis, right? To find out what the bankruptcy has. I'm just pulling up something for you guys for this information. And then sometimes they'll say, oh, well, you know, we don't have to go to the courthouse. We use Pacer. But the problem with Pacer is there's a lot of inaccuracies to Pacer. And on top of that, they do not release full socials either. So nobody, and then you can send a letter to the courthouse and they say, well, we don't release this information to third parties. So this is why BKs, I think eventually are no longer going to be there, much like the tax liens, much like a lot of other stuff that's going to come off from public records. There's a lot of public records. So I'm going to read this to you about the Pacer system, okay? The Pacer system is inaccurate and incomplete since the Pacer system does not provide complete Social Security numbers, as that would be against Fair Credit Reporting Act and privacy laws. So you see how they're trapped up. You see what I'm saying? They can't get the information, but they're getting the information. They can't verify the information, but they're saying it's verified. And you see the catch-22 they're in, and that's why the BK is not supposed to be there. So we have letters like this, 609creditrepair.com. We can do it for you. All right, it's supposed to be deleted immediately. This is a great question, and I'm glad that income comes up, because people aren't sure. They say, hey, man, I got my credit squared away. What about my income, right? Man, if I was making all this money, I'd be paying all my debts anyway, right? Right? Things happen. Now I'm trying to get a new credit card, trying to start my business, trying to get myself squared away, get myself a little breathing room. How hard do they look at income for credits? Mr. White asks, okay? Well, Mr. White, I want to tell you, they do not look that hard. The only one that sometimes, occasionally will look harder is American Express, because they're doing charge cards that open end. They don't necessarily want you to be able to rack up a bunch of stuff. They're like, oh man, you can't, we don't, 30 day, we're not charging you interest. We're not going beyond 30 days. We need you to pay that off. But other than that, even the Amex credit cards are different too. They don't just have charge cards, so they don't look too hard. What I've noticed is they look for self-reporting. So it's self-reporting. So if you think this year, oh, hey man, I'm starting a business, I project I'm going to make about this much, or I'm about to get a new job, I'm going to get this, I'm about to do that. You can put what you did or what you have done in the past. Okay, well, last year was a high year for me. I'm about to put this. And I know this year is entrepreneur year. I'm doing this, but I'm going to go on what I made last year, so forth and so on. Business credit with a personal guarantee, they're really just looking at your personal credit, about 720 and above. Okay. So income is not that big of a stickler. Okay. The only time it would be a stickler is when you start looking into loans. So credit cards, not so much, but loans. And you got to remember, these credit card companies make money on people that spend more than they earn. And I'll say that again. Credit card companies make money on people that spend more than they earn, right? So they're not looking too hard at income. You got to think these tricks and traps and stuff that they think, and these mentality that they look at the world differently than we do is bananas, because they're doing things that are harming individuals. But when you know their game and understand how they play it and see how you can benefit. Okay, you can benefit. So you know they're going to give you big old limits. Why they be giving people $15,000 limits and $10,000 limits? Exactly. Okay. Let me see what I got for y'all. Sorry. Let's see what Sorry, I'm trying to go in order. Y'all got a lot of good questions. Okay. Can you please explain the 623 method? 623, also 312 of FACTA, okay? So 623 and the amendment, 623 method and the amendment to the Fair Credit Reporting Act is FACTA. And it falls under 312 as well, okay? So basically what you're doing with the 623 method is you're asking the original credit card company if they have any kind of documentation they have to prove the negative mark. Many times they won't have anything because not only do they purge documents, they not maintain that many records. We're talking about billions and billions of files, guys. And you wouldn't think, right? You're like, oh, well, there's only a few million people in, whatever it is, 20, 30 million adults. I'm trying to think about people that are scored and adults. I'm trying to think about it. Well, millions, right? So you have millions. But each individual might have bank cards, credit card loans. You know what I'm saying? So these banks have lots of files from a lot of time. So at times they're not maintaining these documents, okay? And a lot of times they will admit they don't have anything. I just talked to a customer the other day, a client emailed in and was like, oh, I don't have any of that, right? So basically what you're doing is you're sending a letter to them, to their quote unquote legal department or whomever would have that information. And you ask them, okay, hey, do you have any of this information? How do you investigate this account without any documentation? I contacted the collection agency that you guys told me that it's with now, and they said they don't have any of this information. So that's really what you're asking for. And when they're not able to provide it, they can't keep that negative mark on there, the charge off, the delinquency, the late pays, the whatever it is. And the collector isn't able to do it either because they don't have the documentation because they're not providing it to you. Okay. So thank you very much for the super chat. I appreciate that. It's very kind of you. Very, very nice. Thank you very much. So we've got a question here. It's BK, chapter 13. Okay. Was filed but dismissed. It shows up on credit as dismissed. How do I get this dismissed off? Okay, this is great. We have a very specific letter for dismissed. So a lot of times people go in front of the trustee, okay, and they'll say, oh, well, you don't qualify, or are you sure you want to do this? No, I don't really want to do this. Or prior to going in front of the trustee in the courthouse, and usually that's like courthouse, but it's usually like a federal state building that, it's just held there in office, and they just talk to you about this bankruptcy stuff, and they say, you want to go through? Yeah, okay, great. You hit the qualifications, you go through. Or they'll dismiss it, or before you even go in there, you say, oh, I don't want to do this after all. The problem is you filed, so it says dismissed, but it's not supposed to be on there because you didn't go through with it, and you're not getting the benefit of the chapter 13 or the chapter 7. So what's great is we have a very specific BK letter for that, and it's called the dismissed BK letter, okay? And what you can send in, and you can add a little bit of your own flavor to it, but keep I have the bold parts and the case law and the sections here of the Fair Credit Reporting Act for you. We can say, look, I'm pissed. I would say I'm pissed, but I'm outraged that your company continues to maintain a dismissed or filed, right? Dismissed filed bankruptcy as confirmed on my credit report. It's unconfirmed, unverified, dismissed bankruptcy has stopped me from obtaining credit. I know for a fact your company receives information on bankruptcy from third-party systems such as Pacer. The Pacer system is inaccurate, okay? It's incomplete, all right? It's got nothing for you, all right? It does not provide complete social security numbers, as that would be against, like we talked about, the Fair Credit Reporting Act and privacy laws, okay? And if you're just tuning in now and you want to watch the replay, or you're just stepping up, jumping online. Now, we talked about this a little bit beforehand. This can also be utilized for bankruptcies that aren't dismissed because the PACER system is inaccurate, incomplete, and it does not provide complete social security numbers, as that would be against the Fair Credit Reporting Act, okay? So the Fair Credit Reporting Act mentions nothing in section 1681 relating to bankruptcy about dismissals or filings. The law is very clear and states from date of adjunction or date of order relief, okay? So the date of adjudication. So when they file the bankruptcy is when it's supposed to be on the reports, right? When it's complete, adjudication, or the date of order relief. So it could be that 6-month period, and then boom, now you get the relief. And so now it's on your report, but it doesn't say dismissals. So under the Fair Credit Reporting Act, it doesn't say, hey, once it's dismissed, you can report it. No, it says you can do this and this, right? And only if, only if they've got full social securities, which they can't do. It's an interesting process, right? There's a lot of tricks and traps in there. So you've got those letters at 609creditrepair.com. We can do it for you, all right? It's only fair, that's what it says. It's only fair that in accordance with section 1618A5, okay, of the Fair Credit Reporting Act, you delete this from my credit report and send the updated copy, okay? And it goes on and so forth, and it has a lot more to it. There's more depth to it. You can customize a little bit to your needs, but it's good to go. It's ready to rock and roll, and I appreciate you very much for asking that question, and I'm glad I could be of service to you. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you. All right, so we got portfolio recoveries, playing games. A collector wants to re-age the account. Okay, so they're breaking the law right there. They're violating it because unless you're paying, okay, they can't re-age the account. Okay, unless you promise to pay. Some states promise to pay, you can re-age the account, but usually it's a payment. Okay, so make sure that they are re-aging it. Make sure that that's actually what they're doing. It may not be. It might be a game they're playing and saying, oh, well, we're going to report it this long, but it's not. The statute of limitations are actually ending. Okay. Dispute it. When you send a collection validation letter, they have to stop all collection. They have to stop all collection. Okay. Dispute on the credit reports. Now, if they continue to re-age, you want to file a complaint with the Attorney General's office, okay, in your state. File a complaint with the AG, okay? CFPB is all right, but the problem is that if they are not doing what they're supposed to be doing and violating the law, you want to go to the Attorney General right away. The CFPB is great, but what will happen is they will go back and forth, and then you'll have to go and escalate it to a law enforcement agency, right? So the CFPB is great. They can push on them. They go back and forth. You can do that. But I say for this situation, since they're breaking the law right out of the gate, you know that's a violation, go right to the AG. Okay. And it's very simple. A lot of this stuff is done online now, guys. So you'll be able to handle a lot of this stuff on your own. Okay. How do I remove charge-off accounts from credit reports? TransUnion. Okay. So I'm going to take a little bit of a leap here and say that because you said TransUnion, it may not be on the other reports. Okay. Let me see what else he said. Okay. We got a few. Okay. So I'll make sure get through these. Okay. So if it's not on the other reports and it's been deleted from the other reports, you can send in the updated information, redact anything you don't want the other bureaus to see, and show that they're deleted. Okay. Also send in your dispute letters with that and your collection validation letters if they're in collections. Because if the charge-off has a balance, okay, and this is a big thing, if the charge-off has a balance and there's a collection attached to it as well, and that has a balance, those two cannot both be on there. One must be deleted immediately, okay? This is a good question. Okay. If I sent out my first round of letters, but I left off negative items off my first rounds, do I send another first round? No, you don't have to do that. Okay. And I know A lot of the times you think, okay, well, I got to ask for verification initially, right? And then I'm going to ask their method of verification. Yes. So it would behoove me to do the first round of letters again, right? Yes, you could do that, but you do not have to. I've seen this happen before. Something new will pop up, or I forgot something or something, you put it on the new one and you still can get stuff deleted. Okay, because you can straight out of the gate ask them how they're verifying this information. Hey, you didn't verify it. I want it verified. Okay, cool. Did we have, because they're not back there being like, oh, well, we got this letter, we got that letter. They're not maintaining these records, man. They're not having this stuff, okay? They just are looking at this, okay, would push this button and get this code in and whatever, right? They're trying to do this so fast. So yes, you absolutely can. Now, if you want to go above and beyond, you can send it with a new first round, see what they come back with, and go from there. Okay. Let's see. Student loans. Trying to get student loans deleted. Also support. All right. So child support. Okay. Be cautious. That's the one thing that is kind of this weird civil legal issue. So I can't really give you a lot of legal advice on that, right? But as long as you're not in the rears, as long as you're paying, okay. The reason I say that is because people in the past weren't paying. They didn't have to deal with it. No one was coming after them. They dispute it, and it woke up the child support, right? And they're like, oh, we want you to pay. Okay. As long as you're paying, or it's paid, or you're not in the rears, okay, you're fine. You can dispute that. You're good to go. Okay. Now, student loans. Exercise the equity. Find the promissory note. Find the note. You can do this. That's what we're doing with 623 method. We're asking the documentation. Okay. So you want to find that information as well, right? You want to get that promissory note. If they don't have it, they need to remove it. How? And that's what I'm talking about right here. How? Okay. How do you investigate this account without documentation? Right? How do you keep this negative mark? Right? How do you provide this negative mark? That's what you want to do. The same thing with the student loan. So 609creditrepair.com, we've got the letter to get these master promissory notes, right? The letter to exercise your equity. All right. Do I know a good consumer protection lawyer in California? I'd have to look one up. You'd have to take a look as well. I'm gonna see if anybody needs any information like that. Maybe I can help you out after. teambweave@gmail.com. All right. Great, man. It's going really good. Put my email there. Now, if y'all have questions, you can email me. All right. If you need your credit to get squared away, you can email me. Sign up, theawesomelifegroup.com. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for all the thumbs up. Robert Hunter, good morning. Good morning. Good to see you. If I close out a dispute, can I send the next fourth round of letters anyway, or do I have to start the process? Close out a dispute. So you're going to remove one of the disputes. You could send your next letter, yes. If you're going to close out a dispute, I'm guessing you need it for a home. I'm not sure why you would want to end your dispute, but remember, you have multiple options for yourself, okay, prior to getting to those rounds of letters, right? 623, collection validation letters, CFPB, AG, okay, and you can sue. We have the how to sue and win as well. So let me know what you mean by closing out a dispute. Thank you for answering my question. One last question. Will I qualify for a home loan after BK? If not, how long after can I get a home? Yes. So yes, you can. Actually, I want to look this up because I was looking at the VA home loan requirements and FHA loan requirements. I think it's pretty quickly after. Man, I just did this one on another live stream. I apologize, guys, because this one was, I think it's pretty quickly after. Very quickly after. I think they want to see maybe like, yeah, that's it. 12 months. That's all it is. 12 months to Chapter 7 for a FHA loan. And for the VA, I think it's even more lenient, but I'm not sure if you're a vet. But yeah, if you're getting an FHA, it's only 12 months. It's only 12 months after VK, so you're good. How do you remove charge off? Yeah, we got that. You dispute those. Yeah, they're playing games. Yeah, so portfolio is playing games. Sent a cease letter to portfolio. It's been longer than 30 days. They want to send you statements. Yeah, they're going to play games, right? And if they're taking longer than 30 days, report them. Report them. We also have non-response letters. So if they're not responding within 30 days, you send a non-response letter to the collector. Okay. That's what you can do. Yeah, portfolio hopes you won't do anything. Exactly. Yes. Okay. So, Brandon, can I dispute a lawsuit? They failed to properly serve me. Okay. It's on the report. Oh, victim of college scam. Okay. I'm sorry to hear that. Yes, of course. Vacate the judgment. Talk to a consumer protection lawyer. You can do it yourself. I'm not sure if you've popped in. If you want to watch the replay, we have the vacate a judgment letter. Okay. You vacate this, you file a motion to dismiss because you were not properly served. They didn't provide verification. It was a college scam. You take care of that. Check systems. Okay, great. Sorry, guys. Let me make sure that I'm getting this. Cool. So Amex, great. Add a charge off to your report, but the account has been closed for 3 years. How do I fix this? You can dispute the inaccurate information. All right. They have to provide this. They have to show why that they would put a charge off instead of just having the account closed. Yes. And send a 623 right to Amex. Have them prove to you, hey, this has been 3 years. I want to know what's going on. Okay. I want to know what's going on. And they will have to. They will have to. DJ Lady TV. Brandon, hope all is well. Subscribe tribe in the building. Appreciate you. Subscribe tribe. Shout out to all the subscribe tribe. Appreciate you. Oh, so I want to talk about some secret reporting stuff, right? So I talked about secret reporting. I don't think I have it here, but it's no biggie because I remembers it. I remembers it. So sometimes you'll see weird stuff on there like null, NR, okay? NR is not reporting, null is not reporting, not reporting. People wanted to know, I got a question about that. Does it affect you? I have a student loan that says not reporting. Does it affect you? No, not reporting. And what's important to remember about stuff that says not reporting is that not everything has to be reported, right? I've said this before. Not everything has to be reported. Most people will report. Most people give you that positive history because they want you to do business with them and continue to do well. But if and this is what they'll say. These are these little tricks and traps and things they'll do. People, collection agencies and credit, they'll say, oh, we can't do goodwill because we can't, it's against the law. No, not everything has to be reported. You don't have to report late payments. It's just what you report has to be 100% accurate. And that's what you're asking. Is this 100% accurate? Show me that I missed late payments. Show me that this is what's going on. So if something's not reporting, it's not going to hurt you. It's not going to boost you or help you either. So if you have something that's not reporting that says null, give them a ring that you need. Hey, I need that good on-time payment history, okay? Wow. Mr. Sanders, appreciate you. Thanks for the valuable information. It works. I tried it and my score was raised 70 points in 3 months. Congratulations. That's fantastic. That is fantastic. I really appreciate you. All right. Let's see what we got. Okay. Yes. So the CRAs, they're playing games. All right. Let me read you this letter because I think this might help you out. And people might be able to utilize this because what they're doing is they're doing automatic verification. Okay, they're not providing you anything, but they're just doing automatic verification. This is why I encourage people to send stuff directly to the credit card holders, the 623, and to the I'll just read it from this way. Just write to the collectors, because you're going to see if they have anything. And if they don't, what you do is you demand a credit bureau investigation right before any suits. And in there, what's great is you say, I'm going to sue you for $1,000. Whatever is coded, whatever, let me explain this to you. Whatever code they have for their system, their Oscar system, when you put they're going to have fees of $1,000, they know immediately to stop playing games. Okay. And this is why you come here for the secrets. All right. This is why you come here for the stuff, because this is going to provide you a great resource to utilize. Okay. So here we go. Demanding investigation. So I recently submitted a request for investigation of, you put your account numbers here. Okay. Which either you refuse or you kick back as quote unquote verified. I submitted enough information to carry out a reasonable investigation of my dispute, since you obviously did not investigate the account thoroughly enough. This last time I submitted this new one, right? If you had investigated properly, rather than using your e-Oscar system, you would have known that not only does I never late, not only was this not such and such, okay? Whatever it might be for you, all right? Your company claims that it was verified. Now, we go on to quote case law. Cushman versus TransUnion, Stephenson versus TransUnion, Experian, Richardson versus Equifax, and so forth, so on. The courts ruled each and every time that the CRAs couldn't merely, quote unquote, parrot information from the creditors and collection agencies. That's what they're doing with you, okay? So if any time they say, oh, well, this was verified, this was verified, no, okay? This is what you have to do. You have to do a reasonable investigation. You can't just go through electronic e-Oscar system and say it's verified, okay? So sending out generic forms through the e-Oscar system does not even contain my reasons for the dispute, okay? This is not reasonable. If you do not initiate an investigation regarding my disputes, as under my Rights of Fair Credit Reporting Act, I will have to take legal action. I'm sure you are aware each violation of the the FCRA allows damages of $1,000 should this matter end up in court. Okay, that will key in their system, and they will know to take your dispute seriously. They will know that they have to 100% verify this, that you know the law, and then they will dispute it. That's why we do all this. That's why we send certified. That's why we go to the creditor. That's why we go to the collector. That's why we see what they have. You're like, I did my own investigation. You guys didn't even do an investigation. Now you're saying you're using the Oscar system. I told you I know you use the Oscar system. I told you not to, and now I have to go and sue you. And so you go into all that guns blazing in a small claims court. Are you kidding me? Yeah, but dead to rights, they're not going to come back. They're not going to come back and say we verified it. They're going to either delete it, and I've seen it. I've had people email in and say, you know what? It's crazy. I went to small claims court. They showed up. They just deleted it. They didn't even want to go in. They just said, well, we'll just delete it. People not showing up and they win. Okay, so this is why we do what we do, and this is why you can do it for yourself at 609creditrepair.com. You don't need anyone, or we can do it for you at theawesomelifegroup.com. All right. Yes. So Mr. Marcus, Freeman Marcus. So if a collection company said I paid $1 just to keep the account around, isn't that a form of fraud? Yes, it is. That's why I say go right to the AG, file suits, because I've seen this before. They'll say, oh yeah, you paid $1, or he's going to pay, or whatever, and they'll just re-age it and keep it forever and try. No, they're lying. And what's great is if they say you pay $1, they have to prove you paid $1. They need that canceled bank check. Okay, they need the ACH withholding, okay, form or whatever they're using, credit card, bank. They got to show proof that you paid. You'll say, I didn't. This is fraud. I'm suing y'all. I'm taking y'all to court. I'm gonna own your whole company. They can't do that to you. They cannot do that to you. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I'm really sorry about that. Yeah. How do I get the papers, please? All right, you can get them at 609creditrepair.com. Oh, wow. All right, cool. All right. Bail inquiry. It's on mine and my girl's credit report. Great. If you need to dispute that, you can. If there's an inquiry on there that's not attached to any accounts, you can dispute that. We have inquiry dispute letters that says you have to have permissible purpose to pull information. They have to provide that permissible purpose and show you that they have that, okay? And if they do not, they have to remove it. It bothers me. It bothers me that they're just putting stuff on reports. You see the stuff that I talk about, right? How to get the information has to be 100%, but they block, the Fair Credit Reporting Act blocks them from getting that type of information. It's very strange how these people are doing what they're doing, and they're violating your rights. They're violating your rights, okay? So let's say you have an inquiry. People want to know how to get off hard inquiries, all right? And what is the proper procedure, right? How can you do this? And this is for consumer credit, right? Business credit is different. Business credit, you don't have to have permissible purpose. So this is so important that you have personal rights. As a private citizen, you almost have more rights. You do, actually, I know you do. As a private citizen, you have more rights than a business, okay? So no proof I initiated such inquiries nor written authorization and failed to provide any permissible purpose. Okay, and send this right to the credit bureaus. Under Section 604 of the Credit Reporting Act. This is Section 604, okay? For permissible purpose, all right? Now, this has to be for legitimate business needs in connection with a business transaction. This was, quote unquote, not, see, here's the thing. It must be initiated by the consumer, okay? And they have to prove it. That's the big thing, is the proof, guys. Proof, 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 proof. And again, if this is some situation, bail or whatnot, right? And they don't have it, you have to get to them, let them know, say, hey, I got fines, $1,000 up your alley, right? Take them to court. All right. Oof. Damn. What if the school was closed due to fraud? I'm sorry about that. Like the ITTs went for a month. Yeah. Yeah. So there are ways to have the loan discharged because of fraud like that. There's special filings that you would have to do, right? You can ask to see a promissory note, but of course, wherever these guys are shifty and shady and moving around, it might be challenging. So send that letter to exercise your equity, right? Send the letter, see if what they have, where the promissory note is, who the lender, the servicer is. Fight them, fight them. You might want to talk to a good student loan lawyer. I wish I could do some of this stuff. I'm thinking about, man, law school's so expensive, guys, so expensive. Imagine if I became a lawyer, could fight for y'all. That'd be dope. We'd be slaying people, slaying. Y'all let me know. Y'all let me know. Y'all let me know. Y'all let me know. I think I should keep doing what I'm doing. Exercise. Get a law firm going. Huh? What y'all think? Also, side note. I'll take a little side note here. I know we're gonna get our credit squared away, but I want to really give thanks to you and your families. I know it's Father's Day weekend. Thank you for spending a little time here on a Saturday before Father's Day weekend with your fathers and your dads and your families. And really, I appreciate you for doing it. I'm going to call my father here later today. Make sure I reach out to my pops. Make sure he knows he's appreciated for bringing me into this world so I can help y'all get to the other side. So I appreciate you. So thank you so much. And if you're watching the replay of this, give me a thumbs up. I really appreciate you. Hit the subscribe button, the bell for notifications for the next time I go live so you can get in here and get on here. All right. So let's see, 118-point increase. Wow, 118-point increase to 609. Credit pair took 3 rounds and we're still at it. New video testimonial coming, question mark, LOL. Thanks for everything. Yes, Casino Man, if you'd like to do a video testimonial, we'd love to have you aboard. It's always good to see people doing well, right? And other people doing well. Okay, great. So I saw, thank you again for the super chat, appreciate it. So got student loan disability discharge, but late payments showing, okay, while you were in deferment. Is this injustice? Okay, so you have this discharge. Make sure it's, it's completely wiping out the student loan, which it should at this point, I know, the disability discharge. So you should be able to send that information as supporting documentation right to the credit bureaus, and they will remove the entire loan, okay? If you have a bunch of late payments, it actually might behoove you to actually have the loan completely removed, okay? You can dispute just the late payments and say, hey, this was disability discharge. It's going through the process. This was in deferment. You're not supposed to do this, right? So deferment means you're paying, I believe, nothing or a small amount, whatever they agreed on. For you, it might have been nothing. So yes, this could be unjust. They could have violated your rights and you could sue them over that. Now, because the loan is gone, right, they're going to be a lot easier about it. They're just going to be easier about it. If you have anything showing that it was in deferment during that time period, right, talk to the loan holder, talk to the credit bureaus. And when I say talk, send certified letters. They'll get the job done. Give a call to be like, hey, y'all got this. I was in deferment. Okay, I was in deferment. Y'all need to take care of these late payments. It's just, I don't want to have to take you to court. I already won, right? This disability discharge was easy enough for me. I took care of it. Okay, you don't want me. You're defaming my character. You're affecting me to be able to get my house or my car or whatever it is that you want to get. Okay, so they're going to be easy about it, and yes, that is a violation. Okay. Whoa. It's Drew. Jeez, I'm late again. Hey, no worries, Drew. Hey, you know what? We're gonna make sure to get some information out so y'all know when I go live, right? That'll be very, very cool. Very, very cool. Look at that. I had a school shut down the loan side of the business and it was removed. That's fantastic. So, and this is what's great. I know that, that didn't happen to me, right? That didn't specifically happen to me, and it's a little bit more rare. But when that happens and someone can step up and say, hey, this is what's going on, that's why I'm very pleased where individuals can help one another. It's fantastic. I really appreciate you. Yes. Okay. So there are some personal loans you can get with less than perfect credit. There's a list out there as well. And you surrendered your car 18 months ago, so it's considered a voluntary repo. You want to dispute it. You want to ask them for their letter, right, that they sent that would have showed the deficiency notice, what they sold the car for was less than what you have to pay, quote unquote. They have to send that certified. They have to have sent you a letter within 5 days of repoing the vehicle. They have to send you a letter saying that it was repoed. Okay, any of that stuff is good enough to have this removed. Of course, it was voluntary, so they have to show you a letter of. They have to send you a letter when they're selling it, so you can come back and purchase it. They have to show you the letter of when it was, what the difference is in it, and if there's any inaccuracies, liabilities, right? So if they say you owe this amount, but they can't prove you owe that amount on the report, or you say, no, I don't owe that amount, it's actually this amount, that needs to be deleted too. So you can handle that. 609creditrepair.com. We have a repossession letter that talks about that. All right. And let me talk to you a little bit about it here. I can pull this up for you. And that way you have a better understanding of repossession, even if it's voluntary or if it's charged off. And again, dispute directly. Again, 609, you can dispute all of these negative unverified items. Okay. And it's very important that you do so. All right. So please provide copies of legal notices and proof of commercial responsibility manner of resale of the subject vehicle. If no such proof is provided within 14 days from receipt of this notice, alleged claim of deficiency will be considered null and void. It goes on and so forth. You can seek damages in the state and federal courts. Great. Cool. Excellent. That's what you want. That's what you can utilize. All right. And it's there for you. It is available. All right. Let's see what we got. Paid in full, but you don't want it on the report. Exactly. You want to dispute that sucker, get it off the report. They can't verify this. Yep, dispute it. Exactly. They got to send. That's right. Great. Fantastic. Let me give you my email address, everybody. teambweave@gmail.com. All right. This is where we can do the work for you. I appreciate you. All right. Let's see what we got. asking for credit increase on 2 credit cards online, not knowing about hard inquiries. Okay, this is great. So credit card increase. You want to be very cautious about credit card increases if you're not sure. If you're not sure if they're going to do a hard inquiry, make sure to call them and ask. I'm very cautious about hard inquiries or credit card increases. I know, I'm like, okay, I should get an increase now, man. I should be increasing my credit. But at the same time, I don't trust them. I'm calling, oh, is it a hard inquiry? No, you're okay. And then sometimes it will pop up and you're like, what the hell is this? Or it'll be, no, it's not a hard inquiry. It's not a hard inquiry. So call them, make sure, double check. I talk to 2 or 3 different representatives, talk to supervisors, get it in writing. You know what I mean? You want to be cautious. Doing it online like that, okay, this is the thing. You're doing it online, you're not sure. Now you know, okay. If you got the hard inquiry and you got the increase in credit, it's very challenging to dispute, and it's tied to an account. What you could do is you could call them and ask them and say, hey, I didn't know it was a hard inquiry. Can you please remove it and update it as there's no such hard inquiry? And that will really help you out, okay? Do I know any, this is a good question. Okay, so do I know any credit cards that pull exclusively from Equifax or TransUnion? Okay, so it's challenging because if you are in a specific state, they pull from different bureaus. But you can Google it and you can look it up and you can get a rough estimate of what they're going to look at for what, but it can be very challenging. Your best bet is actually to call the credit card company, say, I'm in this state, what bureau are you going to pull from? And what you can say is, well, look, Equifax was breached. I'm just trying to do my due diligence and understand, what I need to unfreeze. What bureau do I need to unfreeze or something like that, right? Potentially do that. If they're asking you, they usually will tell you, they want you to get approved. They want you to, I've asked the qualifications for underwriting. Hey, would this credit score qualify? Will that credit score qualify? Yeah, you should be okay. You should be all right. Oh, you should do that. Yeah. That's true, Mr. Johnson. I appreciate it. So yes, if a balance is zeroed out, guys, right? So closed accounts, and you can definitely email me. Put my email up there. Okay. The closed accounts, it's zeroed out, it's paid as agreed. It's done. All positive on-time payment history, you leave it alone. Because if there's any good on-time payment history there and no negative accounts, right? So it's 3 months, 6 months, any good on-time payment history. That's good for you. If it's a year, 2 years, that's even better, right? So you leave it alone. Okay. Just because it's closed does not mean it's negative. Jimmy Hall, 3 of 6 collection accounts deleted from round 1. Congratulations, Mr. Hill. Excuse me, I said Jimmy Hall. Jimmy Hill, 3 of 6 collection accounts deleted. Just got my first credit card increase with Cap 1. Congratulations. This is awesome. Letters are working. This is fantastic. Good to hear from you. Good to hear from you. Do you remove or dispute? Yes. I signed up with Awesome Life Group, and I'm so excited to see what happens. Thank you. You're very welcome. You're very welcome, New Day. Appreciate you. Do you remove and dispute evictions? Yes, you dispute evictions. Rental stuff usually pops up on LexisNexis and CoreLogic. All right, those are the big ones. We have a video about a young woman who went through that process, disputed with the 609 letters, got them off of LexisNexis, CoreLogic, then disputed with the bureaus. Did it very quickly. Only took her a few months. It was fantastic, and she was into her new apartment. Right. I think she might have even done it. It might have been a couple of months, but I don't want to, embellish. You want to take a look and see. It's fantastic. These evictions. I just shot a video talking about an individual who got an apartment and did not sign a lease. The person, okay, the landlord didn't take an ID, didn't take a social, didn't have a contract, didn't have anything, and then reported an eviction. Well, you can't do that. So they asked, can I ask for validation from them? Yes, you can ask for validation from them. You can ask the credit bureaus to verify it. They can't just merely parrot information like we talked about. So if you're just jumping in now, you'll know, hey, and just parrot stuff through eOscar. There's also another place, screeningreports.com has a lot of stuff in evictions as well. I'm going to put this up for you guys. May reports, evictions. Okay. Now, wow, connected with B, and now I'm at 574 with 80K in available credit. That's fantastic. Shout out to Cap One for letting us in the game. 6 months ago, this individual, Demetrius, had a 590, now has a 754 and 80K in available credit. Congratulations to you, Demetrius. I appreciate you for being here and saying these awesome things. I really, really appreciate you being here. This is fantastic. Brian Knight asking all these questions. Demetrius on fire. Brian Knight asking Demetrius personal questions. That's funny. All right. Yes. So again, with the eviction, these things not only have to be 100% verified, but they're more of a civil issue, right? They're not even consumer credit. It's not like someone's extending you a line of credit. Okay. So pretty soon these evictions, quote unquote, public records are going to be gone because it's just so challenging to verify. Oh, okay. Cool. So good question about, this is fantastic. You bought the Beyond Committed package. Credit score went up 62 points, TF. That's great. Individual TF. Points went up 62 points after buying Beyond Committed package, working with it. Sign up with the Awesome Life group. What can you expect differently? Okay, great. So it depends on what you've done, but I'm guessing you probably didn't update all your addresses, right? So we're going to update all your address, your personal information, get you a new credit profile. Basically gives you a new credit profile number. Little secrets, tips and tricks, okay? We're going to freeze the smaller bureaus, Innovis, Era, SageStream, LexisNexis, CoreLogic, MIB, if you have medical stuff. So we're freezing a lot of the bureaus. Maybe you missed that. We're sending out your dispute letters, and they are tailored designed for you. Okay, so it's a little bit different, different package. You also have email support in your portal. You can talk to your repair specialist. You can give us a ring because you're a client, right? You have more available to you. A little bit different, and you'll see personal profile and freeze letters are going to go out for you very soon, very soon if you just signed up. Demetrius, now I just kick up my feet on my desk and demand better rates. It feels great. That's fantastic, Demetrius. I'm glad. It gives me a lot of pleasure to see that people are doing better, because there was a period of time when I wasn't doing all that well either and was scared about my credit. And I didn't feel like there was a lot of a knowledge base out there. And now we're helping one another, right? Wow. Drew, personally in the 700s, I'm just trying to get available credit like Demetrius. Awesome work, sir. Yes, okay. Zarandra, I feel like I've seen this. I think you posted this before. Okay. If I dispute a negative account, right? Dispute it, first round, they close it, right? They close the charge off, they close the collection, they close the whatever, right? Do I need to send another letter asking them to delete the account? You send your next letter, right, asking their method of verification, right? So if they verified it and it's negative, all right, and you're disputing it because it's negative and you want it off there, remember, just a closed account is not negative. It's positive all-time payment history, you leave it alone. But if it's negative, you dispute it, and they come back and they're like, oh, we just closed it, we verified it, just play games, Yeah, you send your next letter, you dispute it, and you ask for it to be deleted immediately, right? Immediately. Okay, but again, if it has on-time payment history, okay, and it has a lot of on-time payment history, you might want to maintain that. Just dispute the late payments. Unverified late payments under provide physical evidence on the 609 letters. Late payment dispute letter we have. Goodwill letters, all right? All available to you at 609creditrepair.com, or we do it for you. That's why someone was asking, hey, I signed up with the Awesome Life group. We can tailor this stuff for you. If you just have late payments, we can just do the late payments, right? Do inquiry removal, Inquiry removal. Get you some trade lines. We do a lot of different stuff for you. Wish the government did give them 30 days, LOI. I don't like waiting. You know, they could do it a lot faster if they weren't processing some of the stuff overseas. Yeah, I said it. These fools be trying to process stuff overseas. Okay. So that in a lot of times is what they're trying to get away with. Some of these fools are trying to process stuff overseas. They're trying to outsource stuff. You call them, you get people from all over the world, all over the globe. And that's another thing. Let me get on my soapbox for a minute. All right. These U.S. companies got U.S. credit for U.S. consumers and customers, banks, U.S. banks. All right. And they're processing everything overseas. They should be bringing at least more jobs into the U.S., right? There are some jobs in the U.S. with these bureaus, but they should be doing more jobs. They should be doing more for the people. They got all our money and all our information. Tired of this. All right, I'm getting off my soapbox. Med bill. Oh, the med bill. Yeah. Okay. So, got my med bill right here. Okay. On the letter of access. Okay, cool. So, talk about these. Talk about these right now. Cool. So, medical bill. You want to send right to collections. 3 years ago, it was X amount of dollars. Now, Progressive Management Collections wants so much. Should I offer a percentage? I try to get to talk to them. Man, I should be offering them collectors nothing. I'm going to tell you why right now. So you send them a collection validation letter, right? They're going to come back with as much stuff as they've got, and they're going to violate your HIPAA rights. I've seen it again and again and again. They'll put on there, you did this amount, you did this x-ray or whatever, you did this, and you had this IV or for this reason. It's medical information, medical bills, medical stuff. When they do that, you send HIPAA privacy violation information right to the bureaus and directly, I'm going to put this up for you guys again, hhs.gov, where you can, this is the Office of Civil Rights, and right here, file a complaint for health information privacy complaint. Right here, and I'm looking at it, filing a complaint, filing a patient safety confidentially, filing a HIPAA complaint, okay? Filing a HIPAA complaint is right there with the hhs.gov, okay? So let me put this up for you so you have it, so you know. So this is fantastic stuff because a lot of people don't even know that this exists, okay? Now, if you're watching my videos, you're part of the subscribe tribe, you probably know. Okay? That collection company gets nothing. So hhs.gov, this is going to help you for all your HIPAA complaint stuff. So you complain to them, you send this directly to the bureaus, okay? Please be advised I requested validation of the above reported item, whatever that collection agency is. I received a response that clearly violates my HIPAA rights. The reason is because they didn't send you a HIPAA release signed by you. If they sent you a HIPAA release signed by you, and it was signed with that original person, right? That original company, the original peeps. So the actual hospital has the HIPAA, they have your medical, they can use that, right? So they can send that. You do not have an agreement with this collector. They should not have your HIPAA signature. So they're not going to send it to you. They don't send it. They don't have it. So this collection agency did not provide me a HIPAA release that releases my medical information to them, right? It has to be specifically to them. Providing such information, they are in violation of my HIPAA rights. I'm proceeding with legal action as described by the law against the above named collection, creditor, whomever it is, agency, should this item not be deleted within the required time allowed by law, which is about 30 days, okay? About 30 days. Medical collections is what we're talking about. So HIPAA, okay? Send that in, complain, hhs.gov, Office of Civil Rights, OCR, okay? Sent it to you right here. And you have the collection validation letters, all for you, available. All of this is available at 609creditrepair.com. It's all in the package, the Beyond Committed package. Or we do this for our clients. We have had to submit complaints on behalf of our clients, all right? So you're going to be okay. Do not fret. Do not fret. There, I'll put my website up so you can take a look at some. Okay, this is a good question. So, Miss Majestic One, I'm being sued by Portfolio Associates. So, are they in the process? Are they in the process? I'm almost ready to apply for credit. How many cards to apply for within reason 2, 3, or 4? Okay, Drew. I'm going to talk to you about that. Are they in the process? Miss Majestic One. Are they in the process of suing you, or have they already filed paperwork and you've been served? Okay, what are the chances of them backing off? Okay, trying to avoid multiple hard inquiries. So if you apply for a credit card, you're going to get the hard inquiry, right? How many should you apply for at one time? That depends on what you need. So what I did is I applied for my travel credit cards when I needed them, when I was getting the bonuses. All right, so I'd sign up for a Capital One card. I'd get that, use it for a couple of months, get the bonus, get another card. It was every 2-3 months, it would be one card, right? You're really not going to avoid multiple hard inquiries when applying, right? So when you apply with one credit card, you'll get that one credit card. You apply for another one, you can get that. So I don't know if you're considering that multiple, that's more than one, right? So one at a time probably is optimal for you, right? Okay, so Miss Majestic One, you've been served. Okay, cool. So you need to respond to them in court as well. So you can respond to them in the court, and you can send the collection validation letter. But it's to the Awesome Life Group has been great for me. Arnell, thank you very much. Mr. Carmichael, thank you very much. I appreciate that. I'm gonna try to keep up high standards for you. Okay, so you gotta talk to them in the court as well. File a response in the courthouse. Now, of course, I can't give legal advice, not a lawyer. So you might want to get a free consultation with a consumer protection lawyer to see how they can help you. You can send the collection validation letter directly to them and see what they do. But right now, they're going into court. So they may back off, they may not, right? You've gone to a legal situation, a little bit beyond credit repair. But chances are, if they don't send you any documentation, they are going to know you know your rights, and they may back off. They might say, you know what, this individual knows. I have actually seen one person who sent in a letter, and they decided not to push forward. They let it pend. It was pending. It was pending. They didn't go forward. They didn't go back. They just let it pend, right? So it's interesting. That's portfolio scare tactic. Exactly. So free consultation. You get free information from me right now, right? People email me. You can get a free consultation with the consumer protection lawyer. It's not a problem, okay? What I did, luckily, yes, I had a lawyer at the time, but they have to provide that information in the court. It's the same thing. So you're the defendant, so you have, the burden of proof is on them. So you could say, hey man, I don't see any signed contract. I want to see some proof, this and that. Again, not legal advice, but what you could potentially do. I don't see any signature. I don't have an agreement with portfolio. Remember, you don't have an agreement with portfolio. They have a snapshot of some stuff that they purchased from a bank years ago, and now they're trying to get you to pay for something they don't have proof for. Yeah, portfolio is bluffing, call them on. Exactly. Okay. Oh, wow. No, this is great. Miss Percy. Okay. I had a medical bill in collections. The collector sent me a copy of a bill for a chest x-ray. Okay. But the referencing doctor was an OBGYN. LOL, laugh out loud. So I don't know why an OBGYN would be ordering a chest x-ray, and it didn't seem like you had one, but they couldn't even give me any explanation. Nothing added up. Deleted. They deleted it. That's the whole thing. They're going to send, this is the thing, they'll send medical records that are from other people. Look, man, I've seen people get stuff fabricated. They'll just fabricate stuff. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous stuff. So push on them. Have your HIPAA letter ready. This is fantastic too. They send you a chest x-ray, or they send you something from someone else. You file your complaint. Look, this is ridiculous. They're sending me other people's information that violates HIPAA. Whew. Come on now. Come on. They will delete stuff because they don't want the violations. They want to keep trying. They want to keep trying to make money, right? They want to keep trying. Okay, success at everything. Fantastic. Hey, Brandon, I've got a negative item deleted from Equifax using my Beyond Committed package. What do I send to the other CRAs to get them deleted? Great. So you can redact any information that is on the updated report that says deleted for you, right? So you can send that information along with your next round of letters to the bureaus to get that deleted. Okay, a supporting doc, and it's great. You know the other bureaus are going to follow suit. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. I've seen it. It happened to me. It happened to me, guys. I think a lot of people get concerned and they think that, it happens to, it doesn't happen to everyone, right? Something will come off from one place, take a little time on the other, but they will. All right. I have 4 years nursing experience. I had them sweating on the phone. That's great. That's great. This is what I'm talking about. If these people really wanted to do the right thing, they would have that information. But they're just trying to make quickie money, I think. And I think it's unfortunate because I think it really hurts people. They just said, okay. Chris Johnson said, they just sent me copies of treatments and a CT scan. That's crazy. HIPAA letters is going out. Exactly. It boggles my mind. Why even send the CT scan information? It's ridiculous. Oh, yes. Contact our website for gospel. Let me put this for you. Awesome credit equals an awesome life, guys. It really helps. Even if you have cash, right? So cash is king. People have good cash. What happens is if your credit isn't good, and even if you don't need to finance anything, let's say you don't need to finance anything. You buy your house in cash, you buy your cars in cash, you're rich, you're doing great, you're successful, okay? There are times when your credit is still going to get looked into, right? Start time. You get in business, you'd be surprised how much your credit gets looked at. Even if you have stuff separate, banks, they'll say, oh yeah, well, we see that you got a good bank score with this and that, all that good stuff. But we want to know who we're dealing with. We're going to look at you. And you'll be like, no, I'll go federal rules. We got to take your social. We got to take a look at it. And then, since we got it already, we're going to take a look at your report because we need to. That's part of what we're doing, right? So let's see what here. Process on it really tampered my income as I was helping her fees back forth from hospital. Yeah. Let me see. How can I boost my credit? Fast. AU trade lines is fast to boost your credit fast. That depends on what you're needed for, right? Long term, you want to get that credit squared away, get those negative items off. Thank you guys for all the thumbs ups. I appreciate you. Let's get a couple more thumbs ups. Let's do it. Let's try to smash that thumbs up. Appreciate it. Okay. Let's see what we got. Wow, this is great, Patricia. I used all your tips on my credit, went from 600 to 813. Thank you. Damn, 813. Fantastic. 800, this is fantastic. 800, you're getting prime rates for everything. And what's crazy is they have stuff prime, super prime rates over that 800 mark. That's what a lot of people don't tell you. When you go get a car loan, yeah, 720, 760, 780 are great. But if you go over 800, man, there are people getting 1% for car loan. It's crazy. It's crazy. Mortgage is going to be super low. Speaking of mortgages, anybody working with NACA allows you to buy your points down to 0%, but of course then you're paying more. It's funny, but you can get 0% on some of these mortgages with NACA and some other places. But you got to have that good credit. You want that awesome life, got to have that awesome credit. Excellent. Yeah, let's see. We got to hide one user. And there we go. Okay, great. Sorry about that. Had someone from somewhere. Okay. Oh, Winslow Smith. I'm most deaf using NACA. All right. Free money, baby. Yeah. NACA's cool. They might take a little time, guys. If you are working with NACA, just prepare, strap in. Going to take a little time. Get all on-time payment histories with NACA. NACA wants on-time payment history. They want that more than credit scores and negative. They don't want no negatives on there, okay? But they want on-time payment history. That's a big, big thing, okay? Oh, that's right. Letter X is equity, right? 609creditrepair.com comes in our Beyond Committed package. Okay. This is an exercise in equity, okay? It is used when any type of financial obligation, including student loan, right? Design, but mortgages, credit cards, bank loans, okay? You're looking for the note, the promissory note, okay? You're looking for the contract. You're looking for the original instrument of indebtedness. This is another thing that you can utilize, okay? I would like to make arrangements, okay? Arrangements, okay? You're not saying you're going to settle. You're not saying I'm going to pay. Okay. I like to make arrangements for the above reference matter, right? And keep it kind of, okay. Please provide me your statement of the quote unquote amount owed together with your assurance in the immediate exchange of the original instrument of indebtedness in its original form. Okay, so the original form, that's what's so clear. So people get worried. They're like, oh man, I'm saying I'm going to pay if they send. No, they're going to send you a copy of it. You can see. Okay, if they send you anything, they're not going to send you a copy of it. They're not going to send you anything. They don't have anything. Okay, so the original instrument indebtedness of its original form. That's really right. They create this contract. You sign it. That's your promise to pay. That's how they create the credit. Okay, that's what they do. That's what you're paying for. That's what you're paying for to get that note back. Okay. Do you recommend any good AU trade lines? Okay, so certain AU trade lines don't report backdate and all that stuff, like American Express. We don't really work with that as much. Work more with Chase. Work more with Citi. Okay, those are a little stronger. Why these credit bureaus try to act like they're not supposed to recognize Fair Credit Reporting Act. You know what? Can you send a link to NACA? Yes, I will send a link to NACA. You know what? Is because a lot of these individuals are overseas. We talked about if you missed the replay, they're overseas, so they don't even know about these people that are processing the disputes. These bills try to not let these people know about the Fair Credit Reporting Act. Here, let me give you ACA. This for home loans. Home loans. Take a look at them. It's fantastic. Okay. What are my top 3 travel cards? Amex cards with membership reward points. I would say Capital One Venture, that Chase Sapphire Reserve or Chase Sapphire. I don't have a Chase Sapphire because I had too many 524 rule they have, so they don't let you apply for more than 5 cards in two years or whatever. So Chase has really good travel cards. They're really good. Okay, so this is a great question. I have a charge off with American Bank that would not accept a payment because it's been sold. Okay. But it hasn't because it's still reporting a balance. So ask them. This is great. This is where you ask them. You say, okay, right. Well, it's been sold to whom? Who is in control of that? And if that's the case, all the documentation's over there. Great. If so, how are you reporting this on my credit report? Interesting. I'm gonna send you a couple letters. I'm gonna send a letter to the bureaus, and we're gonna figure this out, right? So you send a letter to 609, dispute that charge off. Okay, if they sold, they shouldn't have any information to verify it, right? And if they say they're not supposed to be paying, if you can't pay them, the balance must say 0, right? So you got them all. You got all these violations. That's why you need to be disputing that stuff. That's why. Okay. Okay. So is there a rebuttal if they extend beyond 30 days to 45 days? So they're responding to you within 30 days, and they're saying we need an extra 15 days. They can do that if you've sent in other documentation during that period of time. It's probably very, very good for you. And what I've noticed is when they take longer, they usually delete. They usually delete it. Okay. So just hang in there and see what happens. All right. Carlton. I'm going to send Carlton Blackwood. Send you my email, teambweave@gmail.com. Email with that question so I can help you out. All right. Appreciate you. Wow, Patricia, you got an offer for the Amex Black Card. Well, fantastic. Depends for you. That Centurion is pretty cool. I think it comes with a big annual fee. I'm not really sure. I don't personally have a Centurion Black Card, right? But if you've got the Black Card available to you and you want to grab it, good on you. That's amazing that your credit is doing so well and that your income is doing well and you're doing what you need to be doing to get all those membership reward points. Congratulations. Y'all are going to have Black Cards one day. Every one of us will have Black Card. That's amazing. All right. That's fantastic. of a medical. Oh, you know what? That's a good question. So what do you do? I almost forgot to tell you guys about this. So collection dispute letters, right, are great. And you ask them to validate. Okay. But what happens if they don't validate? What happens if you have to go to the credit bureau again? We have a special letter for after the collection agency fails to validate your debt. Okay. You can send this letter directly to the credit bureaus. So people will ask, well, you have to go right to suing them. What? You have another letter. You have another. Okay. So I've enclosed copies of my request to the collection agency asking them to validate my debts and the receipts from this. Okay. The Fair Credit Reporting Act requires you to verify and validate the item within 30 days. If the validity cannot be verified, you are obligated by law to delete the item. Okay. There's a lot of information here. I prefer not to litigate. I will use the courts if needed to enforce my rights under the Fair Credit Reporting Act. So this is very specific. Okay, I've disputed this account information as inaccurate with you, unverified with you. You've come back and said that it's verified. How is this possible? Under the laws of the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act, I contacted the collection agency myself and have been unable to get verification, validation of this indeed debt, right? So that's what you say. You let them know you went to the collector. You let them know. You let them know. Hey, I went. I'm letting you know. I don't want to have to sue you. You've got all those letters certified. Okay, you can send that return receipt if you'd like as well. You have this certified. You can go ahead and build your case and take it. Say, look, I went to the collector. I went to the creditor. No one can give me anything. I asked them to delete this information. I don't know what's going on. Why is this stuff on here? You need to take this off. We give them ample opportunity to plead their case, but they're not doing their job, right? They're not doing it. This is fantastic. This is fantastic. Black card. Wow, that's a lifetime achievement award. Wow, black card. I know, that's fantastic. Cool, cool. Let's see here. Remember, guys, all this available to you at 609creditrepair.com. We can do the work for you at theawesomelifegroup.com. Again, thank you for being here on Father's Day weekend, and on tomorrow's Father's Day. Y'all gonna have a good time with your family, so thank you very much. Appreciate you very much for being here. That's it. That's it. If you got, I like that. Corey, Paul, if you've got all your negative items off and you just have a few late payments, goodwill letters might be your best bet. Yep, might be your best bet. Should I dispute a paid collection? Yes. 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 Collections will never be positive. Let me say that again. 609 credit repair. I swear by it. Thank you. 609 creek repair. Put creek repair. 609 credit repair. Collections will never be positive. Even if you go in with a mortgage broker and they say, you know what? We're trying to close on this house. All you got to do is pay these collections. We can close. Sure, you got paid off collections. Same thing with NACA. Oh, hey, we paid off collections. You got all on-time payment history. You're good to go. But you want that best credit possible. And those negatives, those derogatories will bring down your credit score. And certain credit card companies are not going to lend you that credit, that black card. You can get that black card with the collection on there, right? You won't get those top tier travel and miles earning cards back with derogatories on there. Your FICO score will go down. Your loans, right, for your car won't be as good. So you want to delete collection. You want to dispute collection accounts. Now, when they're paid, this is what's interesting. When they're paid, collection people don't want to verify and validate stuff over and over and over and over and over again if they're not making no money on it. You're taking time and resources from them. Their e-Oscar side of their system, their electronic side, they don't want to be utilizing that in that way. They're gonna let this slide and let it go, and it's done with. Happy Father's Day, Brandon, because you were like a father of us, sharing your wisdom of credit, spreading wisdom of credit. Thank you, Mr. Smith. I appreciate you. I'm glad that we're a family. It was good. It's very good. I appreciate you, and it's nice to have 113 people here, 190 ups. A lot of these likes, these comments, these shares, these subscribes are helping you learn more about you and how you can. This individual is impressing me. Thank you very much. Very kind of you. Brandon, happy Father's Day. You are a credit father mentor. $5. So kind. That's very, very generous. Very generous. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Brings it's very special to me because you know, I was having a tough time many years ago, like many of you have or aren't or could be, or you know what I mean? Like, and to know that there's a great team here. We've got 60,000 subscribed tribe members here. It's all of you together making this possible. Knowing that I'm of value, that I can provide something, you know, on a weekend I can get up. There are days when I was frightened I couldn't go to work because of my knees and my hip and collapsing on bed and all this stuff, right? I won't go into my story, but that's how I got all mixed up with my credit. I couldn't even work. So being able to help you guys out, provide a service that gives back and that helps all of us, it's such a blessing. So thank you. Carlton, please don't forget. Yes, Carlton, I see Mr. Blackwood. Please email me. You can email me, Carlton. Team let me know by your order. Okay. You're making a difference. I appreciate you. Appreciate you. What do you think about SoFi Financial? Hey man, SoFi is pretty decent if you can get it. Sometimes they are a little uptight about their lending to refinance, consolidate your stuff. But if you can, it can be good. I like to see rehabilitation programs prior to that. If you're, see, here's the thing. Some people are close with their loans, their student loans, okay? So you can go through the process, you can dispute, you can get the exercise letter, equity, and all this good stuff. Me, I was really close. I didn't know a lot about a lot of this stuff when I was paying, okay? So I had a few late payments, but I was almost done with the payments, right? So I'm like, man, I'm gonna get all this on-time credit history, which wound up working out so well for me. I was like, over 10 years of on-time payment. I'm gonna, you know, I'm not being so specific. I like to keep my stuff a little bit more vague, but over 10 years of student loan on-time payment history, very, very old credit file. It keeps me in that game. That's why I was able to do the travel hacking and see the world and stuff like that. I traveled for free because I have this good credit, but it's because I had the late payments of my student loans updated, right? So if you're close and you're like, well, man, I just need a few little breathing room for 6 months, you can rehab the loan, right? You can refinance the loan. You can consolidate the loan. You can put income-driven repayment program on there. SoFi is a great option. Okay, it's a great option if you're close and you want to take care of that. All right, let's see. Rage. Hey, Chris Johnson. I appreciate your service, brother. Hurt your back in Iraq. All right, I appreciate you. Appreciate you greatly. I'm sure this fam, the subscribe tribe, appreciates your service. Thank you very much. Yeah, and your credit went downhill. Another individual survivor. Congratulations on recovering, right? Your credit score went down, you got hurt. It happens. And we need some better social systems for people who get medically hurt. And there needs to be some, you know, I know that everything we have to pay for, right? Which I understand. I get it. We're a different society. We're not really have as many social services, but like an Aflac or something like that, right? So when you get sick, when you get your back hurt, or when you get diagnosed with something that's severe, and you're not getting that money coming in, those Aflacs, whatever, right? Those disability checks help. But you got to pay for these services. These companies have to provide them for us. You're paying all these taxes. We're paying all these crazy things. I believe the government should be helping us out a little bit more, right? They definitely should. So I appreciate you guys for coming here and going through some of the stuff that I went through too medically. I appreciate you. And that's when your credit really takes a hit because you can't physically work. I know. I've been there. Yeah. Sigh of relief on, okay. Yes. No. You can go to our website to take a look at setting up repair. Awesome Life Group. At awesomelifegroup.com that you can check out what we can do for you, what we offer, everything, Sade, everything. Okay. Do you dispute hard inquiries? If so, how? Yes, we can dispute hard inquiries on your behalf. We dispute non-account holding inquiries. We don't want to mess up anything that you have an account with, all right? Also in the beginning, I don't know if you missed some of this already or if you saw it, but I went through a hard inquiry letter for permissible purpose and all that good stuff. Section 604 is what we utilize for hard inquiries. All right. Yes, yes. So credit bureaus usually follow suit. It takes a little time. You need to dispute, and again, you can send the supporting documentation that other stuff's been deleted. Okay, but they usually follow suit. Now, it's Father's Day weekend. It's a holiday weekend. I appreciate you all very greatly. I want to let y'all enjoy the rest of your weekend. So I'm going to sign off here very shortly. But I want to say thank you once again. I want to say, if you're interested in credit repair, theawesomelifegroup.com. If you want us to do it, if you want to do it on your own because you can take care of it, right? We got all the letters and information for you. And there's a lot more available. And there's videos to walk you through the process, 609creditrepair.com. Happy Father's Day to all of you and your fathers out there. I appreciate you very much. Special shout out to the testimonials. I appreciate you. All right. I love you all. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. You know where I'll see you next if I do not see you in person, right? Until I see you in person, I will see you on the other side. Happy Father's Day, guys. Have a great weekend. Take care.